Hi, my name is Matthew Bellisario. We're here coming to you from the outskirts of Birmingham, Alabama, where we talk about music, records, do record reviews, interviews, and more. Appreciate you guys supporting the channel and all the wonderful artists that I am able to bring on the channel and have conversations with, and all the wonderful music that I'm able to share with you guys. Together, we're keeping jazz alive by supporting all these independent record labels and these wonderful jazz musicians making such great records nowadays. Before I get to today's review, which is going to be a brand new release that came out just a couple of weeks ago, I want to first of all talk about and thank everybody for their support of the Bird Box record, which I'm a U.S. distributor for. For this album here, Alessandro Bianchini's MySpace 24, which is just an unbelievable sounding record. I did a review of it a few weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago. It's just come out hot off the presses. And I want to thank Scott over at the Pressing Matters, because he did a wonderful review on it. And as a result, a lot of you guys have come to the storefront and have purchased this and actually sold all of these out the first batch that I had ordered from Lorenzo from Italy. And so I was pleasantly surprised, and I've got another batch coming in that should be in Thursday evening or Friday, hopefully no shipping issues. And I will have these out to you guys who pre-ordered these for this next batch coming in. So much appreciated there from everybody out there. And again, together we're keeping these independent jazz labels going. Lorenzo's put a lot into making these, all analog equipment. If you go on the website, you'll see what his studio looks like, and he maintains all of this analog equipment, the tape machines, you name it, and he has to work on these and keep them going. It's a lot of effort and cost in putting together something like this. And of course, musically, Alessandro Bianchini, unbelievable. So this is just a fantastic album. I just want to thank everybody and let you know they are coming in, and I will get them out as soon as they come in. If you're looking for a couple of other ones to add to your purchase, because I do a 10% discount if you buy more than one. Alessandro Bianchini's 10-5 album that came out before this one is also a wonderful album, wonderful pressing. And this album here, Francesco Maschio, a wonderful guitar player, but this album here, it sounds like you're sitting in the same room with these guys. A lot of wonderful acoustic guitar playing, jazz type of Django Reinhardt sound type thing going on, but also wonderful percussion. It's unbelievable, three-dimensional. So if you're looking to purchase some other ones while you're there, I do recommend those two. Also, for conversations, had a wonderful conversation with Brad Turner about the making of this album on the Cellar Music label. So you definitely want to go back and check that out this past Sunday. Talked about the making of this album and also his career in jazz. Very interesting conversation. And coming up, behind the scenes conversation with Sheldon Zaharko, who is a mixing, mastering, and recording engineer. He's one of the guys behind a lot of these jazz records, especially those on the Cellar Music label. You're going to get to hear what kind of mics he uses, how he records these albums, how he mixes them, and a really fascinating conversation. I'm kind of a geek when it comes to that kind of stuff. So if you guys are interested in hearing the kind of behind the scenes of what goes into making these jazz records sound so nice, you're definitely going to want to tune into that. And again, leave your comments. Let these guys know, what you think about their music, and the comments and shares are welcome. And with the new algorithm with YouTube, if you're not doing the thumbs up, these don't get out. So I don't know what they've done, but that seems to be what everybody's saying. So anyways, on to today's review. Joshua Redman. Now, if you don't know who Joshua Redman is, you should, because he's, I would say, on the verge of legendary status. He's been around for many years now. Incredible saxophone player. This guy's just unbelievable. This is his second album on the Blue Note label, and I think a lot of great compositions on this. I've been listening to this in my car for a week, 2 weeks, something like that. This came in about a week ago, so I was listening to it before it got here, and I really enjoy listening to this album. There's some really intense playing on here. The compositions are very well composed. There's a lot of dynamics, a lot of things going on, but just also some really intense playing. I'm going to play a couple of tracks off this album, and a couple of my favorites. So It Goes. Melissa Aldana is a guest sax player on that track. It's unbelievable. I'm going to play that track for you here in just a moment. Of course, if you guys don't know who Joshua Redman is, He started playing at the age of 9 clarinet, then started playing the tenor saxophone. His dad's Dewey Redman, who was also a saxophone player. But he went to the Berkeley, graduated from Berkeley High School, class of 86. And then he graduated summa cum laude from Harvard University and deferred his acceptance to Yale Law School. So he moved to New York City and immersed himself in the jazz world. And in 1991, he entered and won the prestigious Thelonious Monk Institute of Jazz International competition. And he signed with Warner Brothers after that, and was, since then, it's, you know, unbelievable release after unbelievable release. The guy's very talented. And he, in 2019, he joined the Stanford University as an educator. Now, this album here, I'm going to play, again, some tracks off of this. It does come with a nice little insert here on the inside, but it also comes with a signed art card. This is the direct-to-customer version, so I ordered this straight from Blue Note, and here you have the signed art card. So, pretty nice. This is like the third one of those direct-to-customer with the signed art card that I've got from Blue Note, and I think that's a really cool thing that they're doing. The only thing that I don't like so much is that usually these direct-to-customer ones come on a green or some kind of colored vinyl. And for me, I'm just, you know, I've repeated this. I'm not going to go into that here, but I'm just not that impressed with the colored vinyls for the most part. Even though this is one of the kind of semi-transparent ones here, maybe this will be a better sounding one. I don't know. But a lot of times they're not the best sounding. So I've cleaned this off. We're going to drop this on, listen to this together. This actual record started, was when he was on tour the last time, and he was playing with Aaron Parks, great piano player, bassist Joe Sanders, and he was playing with Brian Blade. And those guys departed to do other projects and so forth. So he went and picked up these younger players. He picked up bassist Philip Norris, drummer Nazir Ebo, and not long after that, pianist Paul Cornish, that's the core of this album, the core rhythm section there, piano, bass, and drums. You got Melissa Aldana guest starring on the second track. So we are going to listen to that first and check that out. You got 4 tracks on each side. So let's go ahead and drop that on. I'm going to try to drop it here on the second track, and we're going to have a listen. And wait till you hear just the intensity of this track. It's just unbelievable. And we'll see what kind of pressing we got here. Again, that's one of the gambles of vinyl purchasing, is the whole gamble of getting a crappy pressing. And I would say 10% of the time, that's what I get in some way, shape, or form. This is called So It Goes. So I can already hear a little surface noise. nice sounding record. Got your panning each side, your saxophones. Bass sounds nice down the middle, your drums across both speakers. On here are Redman originals. Sound nice and warm. It's got pretty nice depth to it, but not as much as perhaps some of the other ones I've reviewed. It's nice sounding, but I wouldn't say, you know, it has as much depth as some of the other ones. Cool. So I think it's really neat. I think Melissa Aldana is definitely one of the up and coming young players. And it's really cool that Joshua brought her in on this project for this tune. I really like that. A lot of intensity there. Really cool tune. I'm going to flip it over. We're going to listen to a tune called Icarus, which I really like as well. And that has a young trumpet player on that tune, Skylar Tang, who's still in school. So I think he's, it says he's a student in a joint Columbia University Juilliard School program. So we're going to listen to that track and we'll probably close out the album on that tune. I didn't hear too much surface noise on that tune. Of course, that's a pretty up-tempo tune. Let's flip it over. We'll go with Icarus here. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me and checking this record out. So there's your insert. Does come with the, again, signed art card and with the anti-static poly sleeve there. I do wish Blue Note would do a little bit nicer jacket, thicker jackets on these. These are a little on the thin side. Just a thought there. Of course, these are fairly reasonably priced. I think they're like 25 bucks. So, you know, $25, $27, something like that. So I guess I can't complain too much for what you get. So far, the pressing sounds okay. I heard just a little bit of surface noise, but so far, so good. Nice sounding recording. I tried it. I know I say that on a lot of the reviews. It's a nice sounding recording. It doesn't blow me away, but it's a nice sounding recording. The mix is nice. It's a fairly warm sounding record. I would just say it doesn't have quite as much depth as some of the others that I've heard, but not a bad sounding record by any stretch. The drums do sound pretty nice. You hear that resonance off the drums, which is important to me. Playing's incredible though. those are two of my favorite tunes on the record, So It Goes and Icarus. And I'm going to try to do, spend more time listening to these and familiarizing myself with these records before I do the reviews. And I know sometimes I do reaction videos where I've never listened to them before and I give you my reaction. I'll still do those. But on reviews like this, I do like familiarizing myself with the album and just picking a couple of tracks of my favorite ones. And I think I'm going to kind of go in that direction. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think about these Blue Note direct-to-customer purchases, if you've gotten any, what you think of them. And pretty cool album here again. Joshua Redman, over 30 albums as a leader or co-leader. He's been a sideman on many albums, and he's definitely on that legendary doorstep, in my opinion. And 8 originals on this record, direct to customer, signed art card. So cool stuff. Appreciate you guys joining me. Happy listening, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care.